What is up, guys? EJ here, back with another video, and today it's going to be my DVD collection for 2012 and part 1 of the Criterion Collection. This is the only section apart from the James Bond section that's not alphabetical. It's arranged by spine number. So let's get started. Up first we have spine number 1, Jean Renoir's Grand Illusion from 1937, great anti-war film set during World War I. Spine number 2, we have Seven Samurai by Akira Kurosawa, my favorite Kurosawa film from 1954, just a classic. Spine number 3, we have Alfred Hitchcock's The Lady Vanishes from 1935, I believe. Spine number 4, we have Federico Fellini's Amarcord from 1974. What is this? Spine number 5, Francois Truffaut's The 400 Blows from 1959, great film. Spine number 8, we have John Woo's The Killer from 1989, probably my favorite John Woo film, and really hard to get, out of print when I got it. Same with Hard Boiled, spine number 9, John Woo's great movie from 1992, both with Chow Yun-fat, of course. Okay, next we have spine number 11, The Seventh Seal, Ingmar Bergman's classic from 1956. Spine number 12, we have This is Spinal Tap from 1984, great film directed by Rob Reiner. Yeah, great rock mockumentary. Spine number 13, The Silence of the Lambs, one of my favorite films of the 90s, of course, directed by Ted Demme. Jonathan Demme, sorry. Jodie Foster, Anthony Hopkins, Scott Glenn. I already showed my other copy in the thriller section. Okay, spine numbers, I believe it's 14 through 16. We have the Samurai Trilogy from the mid-50s, Musashi Miyamoto from 54, Duel at Ichijoji Temple, 1955, and Duel at Ganryu Island, 56. The third one's actually my favorite, and I probably put the first one as number 2. Okay, spine number 17, we have Salo, or the 120 Days of Sodom. Pretty controversial film from 1975 by Pier Paolo Pasolini. I've only watched it once, and obviously I don't have the original Criterion edition, which is astronomical prices, at least it was. I don't know about it anymore. Spine number 20, Sid and Nancy, a great film from 1986 by Alex Cox, featuring Gary Oldman, about the Sex Pistols, awesome. Next we have spine number 23, RoboCop, just a great film by Paul Verhoeven. Not really a fan of the sequels of RoboCop. It's been ages since I've seen them, but yeah, I still love the first one. Spine number 24, High and Low from Akira Kurosawa. From, I'm gonna get the, I was gonna say 1963, there you go. Spine number 26, The Long Good Friday from 1980, great British gangster film with Bob Hoskins and Helen Mirren. Spine number 29, Peter Weir's Picnic at Hanging Rock, great film from 1975 by the great Aussie director, one of my favorite directors. Okay, spine number 30, we have Fritz Lang's M from 1931 with Peter Lorre, just a great movie. Okay, spine number 31, David Lean's Great Expectations from 1946. Spine number 33, Nanook of the North from 1922, great silent film set in the Arctic Circle about a Inuit tribe. Watched that film in college. Spine number 34, Andrei Rublev from 1969 by Andrei Tarkovsky. Spine number 35, the reissue of Diabolique from 1955, great French thriller by Henri-Georges Clouzet. Or is it Clouseau? Yeah, Clouseau, sorry. 36, The Wages of Fear, also by Clouseau, from 1953. I'm going to be rewatching this film this year. Great movie. Okay, 37, we have Terry Gilliam's Time Bandits from 1981. By number 40, Armageddon, of course, Michael Bay's film from 1998. Yeah, it's ridiculous, but I love the cast and the concept of the movie, of course. Yeah, it's way too many cuts. It never has time to breathe, Armageddon, but I enjoy it. What the hell? Sorry, number 41, Henry V from 1944. Great film by Laurence Olivier and starring himself. By number 49, Knights of Cabiria, great Federico Fellini film, sorry, from 1957. Film I saw in college as well. Part of my modern film class. Modern in quotation marks, because we didn't watch a film after 1968, which is kind of hilarious. Okay, keep forgetting to read the spine numbers. 51, Brazil, Terry Gilliam's classic from 1985. Spine number 52 and 53, a couple of Kurosawa classics. Yojimbo from 1961 with Toshiro Mifune. And Sanjuro from 1962. Okay, number 55, we have The Unbearable Lightness of Being, a great film from 1989. Spine number 56, Hitchcock's The 39 Steps from 1935. I believe Lady Vanishes was 38. I think I said 35. I know they both came out in the 30s, those two movies. I always get them mixed up. 57, we have Charade, great film from 1963 with Cary Grant and Audrey Hepburn. 62, we have The Passion of Joan of Arc by Carl Theodor Dreyer. Great silent film from 1928, just beautiful. Okay, next we have number 64, The Third Man, Carol Reed's classic from 1949 or 1950, depending on what source you go to, with Orson Welles and Joseph Cotten. One of my favorite films of the 40s. Yeah, it says 49 on the back, but I've seen 50. Great film by Carol Reed. Okay, next we have number 65, Rushmore, Wes Anderson's one of his great early comedies, of course, from 1998 with Bill Murray, Jason Schwartzman, Olivia Williams. Really funny movie, great movie. Okay, spine number 70, we have The Last Temptation of Christ, a great film by Martin Scorsese with Willem Dafoe, of course, from 1988. Next we have Kevin Smith's Chasing Amy from 1997. Great film. Great performances by Ben Affleck and Jason Lee, and Joey Lauren Adams, great as Amy, of course, or the quote Amy. I don't think her name's actually Amy in this. But, well, you know what I'm talking about. When the story that Silent Bob says at the end, he calls it Chasing Amy, so whatever. One of Kevin Smith's best. Moving on. 78, we have The Bank Dick from 1940, featuring W.C. Fields. Great comedy from the 40s. Next we have 82, Laurence Olivier's Hamlet from 1948. Wait, I keep forgetting to read the numbers. 85, Pygmalion from 1938, I believe. Yeah. Great film, sort of it's the same story as My Fair Lady. Yeah, great film. Next we have spine number 91, The Blob from 1958. Great classic 50s sci-fi film. These ones are hard to read. 93, we have the reissue of Black Narcissus. Great film by Michael Powell and Emmerich Pressburger. From 1947, I believe. Okay, next we have spine number 97, Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing from 1989, great film. Spine number 98, L'Avventura, Michelangelo Antonioni's Great film from 1960. I believe it's 60. Yeah. Okay. Number 101, Into the Hundreds. Cries and Whispers from 1972. Great film by Ingmar Bergman. 102, The Discreet Charm of the Bourgeoisie. Great film from 1972, directed by Luis Buñuel. Okay, how are we doing on time? 10 minutes? Sorry. 103, The Lady Eve from 1943. Great film starring Barbara Stanwyck and Henry Fonda. Another film I saw in college in my intro to film class. This was one of the last ones we watched in that class. Okay, next we have Spartacus. Stanley Kubrick's Spartacus, of course, from 1960. Spy number 105 with Kirk Douglas. Great film. Next we have The Rock, Spy number 108, my favorite Michael Bay film, Sean Connery, Nick Cage, Ed Harris, just awesome, from 1996. One of the best action movies of all time. Yeah, that's my opinion on The Rock. Spy number 114, My Man Godfrey from 1936. 116, Kurosawa's The Hidden Fortress from 1958 or 57. I always get this and his other one that came out 57 mixed up, but yeah, 58. Okay, 116, I think that said 15. Sorry, Preston Sturges, Sullivan's Travels from 1941 with Veronica Lake. Love the cover of this. Next we have Spy number 135. Again, one of very hard out of print film to get when I got it. I don't know about it now, but it's Alfred Hitchcock's classic 1940 film Rebecca. Great movie, one of my favorite Hitchcock films. And that's followed by another Hitchcock, number 136, Spellbound, from 1945. And that's finished up the trio of Hitchcock classics on Criterion, Notorious with Cary Grant and Ingrid Bergman from 1946. Great film. Let's see if I can make this into 2 parts instead of 3. Let's push on. Next we have Rashomon, Kurosawa's classic from 1950 or 51. Spy number 138. I believe this is 1950. Yeah, it says 50. I've always considered it 51, but anyway. Next we have Wild Strawberries, another Ingmar Bergman classic from 1957, number 139. Next we have 8½, by number 140, great film by Federico Fellini from 1963. Number 141, Children of Paradise from 1945, I believe. That's interesting. Shit. Great film by Marcel Cornet. This is in my recent pickups in the last Barnes & Noble sale. Okay. Traffic is the One That Fell, Spy number 151. Great film by Steven Soderbergh, of course, from 2000 with Michael Douglas, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Topher Grace, Erica Christensen, Don Cheadle. Great film about the war on drugs. Okay, next we have Spy number 157, The Royal Tenenbaums, one of my favorite Wes Anderson films from 2001. Terrific cast, of course, the regulars, people like Bill Murray and Angelica Houston, but Gwyneth Paltrow, great, Ben Stiller, Luke Wilson, who of course was in Bottle Rocket as well, his first film, Danny Glover, and Gene Hackman, awesome. Okay, next we have 159, Redbeard, great film by Kurosawa again from 1965. You can tell I got a lot of Kurosawa in here. Next we have 164, reissue of Solaris, Andrei Tarkovsky's 1972 film. I did like the remake of Solaris with George Clooney that came out in 2002, but I sort of got off it and was going to buy it originally, but not anymore. Spot number 168, we have Monterey Pop, great film about the 1967 Monterey Pop Festival that featured, of course, people like Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, the Mamas and the Paupers, who sort of put it together. Jefferson Airplane. My dad was actually at this concert, so sort of sentimental for that reason, and the music's just great. Otis Redding, Ravi Shankar, memorable performances, great sort of concert film. Next we have 173, The Life and Death of Colonel Blimp from 1945, directed by Michael Powell and Emmerich Pressburger. 43, sorry. Next we have number 175, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. A weird film, very trippy, from when this came out now, 1998 I believe, with Johnny Depp and Benicio del Toro. Great film by Terry Gilliam. Okay, next we have 182, Dustin Hoffman classic by Sam Peckinpah, Straw Dogs. I didn't even say the title yet. From 1971, sorry. I was not a fan of the remake. I thought the remake was pretty terrible, but the original is classic. Okay, next we have number 190, Throne of Blood. That's the other one I get mixed up with the Hidden Fortress, because this came out in 1957. Yeah, great film as well. One facing there is Ali Ferries the Soul from 1974, spine number 198. And I'm going to end right there before we get to the 200s and beyond. So that is part 1 of the Criterion Collection, and up next will be part 2. So thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll see ya. Bond. James Bond.